We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Julie on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics.
Watch this.
And a mind.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Two Mics and a Mind. I am Tuli, one of your hosts, and I'm joined with my co-hosts, Resident Joe and the Love Doctor. Hello, everyone. How are y'all tonight?
Oh,
How are you
my
guys?
goodness. I am doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. What more can I say? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all want to see the eyes. Y'all want to see the eyes.
Everyone's asking to see your eyes.
Not yet. We'll see how y'all behave during the show. We'll see how y'all behave in the show. We'll take it from there. Glad to be back. You know what I want to do? I want to send a special shout out to all the ladies out there who clip the toenails of their man.
What?
Oh yeah. Listen, let me tell you something.
I don't know if we have an Asian.
Let me tell you something. I have misplaced my toenail clipper. I've been looking for about the past week and a half. I cannot find my toenail clipper. Listen, my toe, when I put on my shoe, it hurts when I walk. That's how long my toenail is.
Dang, doctor. Get them done. That's
Every
crazy.
time I go to the store, I forget to get the toenail clipper.
Go
Pedicure.
Yeah.
I forget. I can't remember to do it. When I'm home at night, when I get home from a long day, and I feel like, oh man, I got to get these toenails right. Listen, ladies, do y'all clip y'all man toenail?
Let's put a picture of how your toenails look.
No.
I don't want to do that right there. You know, a lot of people out there in radio land got foot fetishes.
I doubt it.
Yeah, they got foot fetish. But no, that's a question though. Would y'all clip y'all man's toenails?
Of course.
Resident Joe clipped them toenails, Tuli.
I heard her.
Tuli, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. How many years you been married, Tuli?
And maybe because I don't clip toenails, that's probably why we have.
No, the reason why y'all still together because you clipped them. That's why y'all still together. Ain't no man gonna stay with you. You don't clip no toenails. Come on now.
Is that
I'm not saying it.
That's right. You know what, Dr. Joe, let's give Resident Joe the big screen. Resident Joe, show on the big screen. Tell us about the clipping toe experience. Talk to us.
There's no experience, but if that's what my husband wants me to do, then I'll do it.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Do whatever the man wants you to do. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh,
it's not something I would love and enjoy, but you know,
you would learn to love it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. See that's those are good qualities.
If he
right
can
there.
Clip my toenails too, that would be beautiful.
Listen. When I tell y'all this is something crucial, cause my toenail grows up.
Okay, no.
So you put the shoe on it. Like I have an ingrown toenail, so it grows up and folds over like that when you put that. You know what I mean? It's very painful.
It's not getting surgery.
Yeah. But the way it's feeling right now, I think that might be a good reason to get married. You know what? Another time I thought about getting married is I had a splinter, and I couldn't get it out. And I was like, you know what? I think it might be time to get married. You need stuff like that. Toenail clippers, splinters. People, y'all don't really think about it, but you need some. You know what I mean? One day I had a piece of hair that was caught in my eye, and I couldn't get it out.
Oh,
is that the reason why you want to get married?
I think time might be telling me something. Time might be trying to tell me something.
No,
you can't make it out here on your own, fellas. You can't do it. You just can't do it.
That's true. You can't make it out here on your own. That's very true.
You can't make it out here on your own. Ladies, you can't be out here following your own understanding. You need to have a leader, somebody that can correct you and instruct you and show you the path you ought to go. That's what you need out here.
I feel like you're feeling some type of way today. Are you about to get married?
I tell you what, if I get one more splinter, I got to get these toenail clipper dog on it.
I hope you get a splinter.
Oh.
Toenail clipper. Sometimes you get one of them bumps or something on your back and you can't reach it. You need somebody to reach that for you.
I do get back pimples. I got it right now.
Me too.
I hate that. Ugh. Sometimes. Tony, would you clip my toenails?
No, not them things. It's on the word looking.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Back.
But she has cut yours, hasn't she?
Not that I remember. No.
That tight. You know what I'm gonna do?
So she was
I'm
not.
gonna have some
I
counseling,
clip my own toenail.
therapy about these married folks.
But that's because he doesn't want to. That's what he clips his own
Exactly.
toenails.
Okay, don't do it if you don't want it. Okay.
I feel professional. I do it myself. I mean, you know, for me, I mean, everybody's different on what they need.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
So, you know, that's not something that I look for a wife to do. There's nothing wrong with a wife doing it. It's all about, you know, need. That's the purpose of when you get married or looking for somebody. You try to find somebody you're compatible with and can sympathize, empathize with what it is you're trying to do or what you're doing. You know, and a lot of times people don't. Then they get into crisis like women. Oh, get a man. And lady, you know what you hear? Oh, I don't get the emotional. Oh, I don't get the attention. Oh, we don't go anywhere. Let's ask, were you doing that before?
Exactly.
So a lot of times, you know, people look for things to make problems with. That's not something I was looking for. I mean, like I said, it's nothing wrong with it. I know guys that get it done. I'm not the type unlike women to say, oh, my friend get his toes clipped. I want you to tip my cloak, clip my toes, you know, or something like that. My friend, his wife washes off each one of his ice cubes. I need that's not something I'm looking for.
Exactly. We're all
Some people are
individuals.
petty and they do things because a lot of time with women, they'll do that because of other women.
Right.
Women will do that. I think that's majority more women. Men will do things out of jealousy.
Like what, Tony? Like, what do you think like men would do out of jealousy?
Whether they see a man have a certain amount of dominant control or whatever, or see something done, they'll do it out of jealousy to try to outdo the other one versus that's something you really want. So a lot of times you have to be be careful about that in a person. You know, knowing a person and knowing kind of what their ambitions are and the type of person they are is really critical because you need to know whether you have a person that'll crash in a crisis, somebody that can bounce back, somebody, the whole world hits them, quote unquote. It never happened to any one person except for Yahushua. But a lot of times when pressure gets on a person, you wind up finding out the worst of a person. Even with small crises, it's good to know where a person is. If you have a quitter, you have somebody that continue, somebody a problem solver, somebody who can, bring things home and keep things together. That's vital. That's vital. And having a woman with critical thinking skills who can follow, not as an animal, but as a team, working together to ensure, both ends' destiny. It's important.
There it is, working together to solve problems. That's what I like to hear. So you say sometimes the man operate out of jealousy, and sometimes the woman operate out of what you say with the woman?
Well, I mean, a woman, she'll spend a lot of time with women. They'll desire and want things because they see other women with it.
That's what it is.
And then that man will become the worst thing on the planet. They see a woman had been getting flowers. She said another woman get flowers. She get a regular. I mean, that guy's he's the scum of the earth. He wasn't until those flowers got delivered on candy.
Why wouldn't that be just something that women like, all women like? What does it have to necessarily be because somebody else has it? Like most women like flowers, so
I love getting flowers.
Joelle likes flowers, but she won't want to get flowers because Tony gave me flowers. It's just a woman. We just like flowers. So why in the case with a woman?
Excuse me, I blow my nose. I was outside running in the rain.
Why would you do that?
Running in the rain? Hold on now. I hope you don't get sick. You got to be careful like that. This weather's changing, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Bipolar, this weather.
I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna go get her.
Go get a cold. That's what that sounds like.
No.
Oh, you gotta do Tony like that? Look, Tony.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, haters gonna hate.
No matter what.
While we talking about that too, I see we had a post on here from Ben of Israel. He said, y'all gonna talk about how we gotta build a nation in this nation to trade and sell with other nations. Ben of Israel, I'll say, bravo. I'm a proponent for it. We hadn't been talking about it lately, but that's definitely a need on how we do that, and it can be done, and we can do it through legislation. We have to give our people, and that's not just to quote unquote people of color, but people that's minded to do the things that's right. We can do that, and I'm all for building a nation. And in building a nation, the things we're talking about now are the critical parts. Believe it or not, you can try to build a nation, but if you don't have the family structure, it's coming down. That's what happened to America. America looked as though they had structure when they came over as thieves and immigrants. They said pilgrims. The truth of them, thieves and immigrants. That's all they were. If they were anything different, the nation would be different. They were thieves, liars, and immigrants. Okay, when they came to America, they came over at husband and wife. They came over with the Bible, the King James Version, the Great Bible, and other literature that they kind of fragmented. And in doing that, you see where it went to: enslaving other people, dominating other people in their own areas. People that helped them, they befriended, and this is how they built this cricket nation that we currently are in now. So it's important in building the nation to establish dating protocols, marital protocols, and safety nets. So when you build a nation, the nation, it can only be built by the family. And when there's no family structure, then you don't have a nation. That's why we now currently have governors like in Tennessee that are fighting against transgenders, doing gay parades and gay performances in front of kids. And this is a tragedy and a catastrophe. And you know what's sad? How many people do you guys talk to that's not, grouped with us that express any kind of dislike against homosexuality?
Many. I do.
Oh, you talk to a lot of people that's against it?
A lot of my friends are against it. Maybe it's the people I surround myself with, but
yeah. Most of the people don't even have the conversation. There's a few people that will, but I mean, it's not as bad as it is. It should be more publicized to dislike it. When it's always publicized, it's always in favor of. And this is the problem when you're in building a nation. You have to be able to control your news media. Your news media is the major poisoner of the intelligence of your people. Just like having these shows where people can, you can call in, chime in. You guys don't have to just post comments because we're open. We're open to better ourselves, and we do that through all our intelligence and expressing opinions. And then we look at strategizing on how we leave from here, and we do something different. I started implementing, the way of y'all, going out and displaying the positive energy that we have, because we all are energy sources, and what you put out a lot of times is what you radiate back in. So we have to start looking at changing that, and we got to start with building this nation. He's exactly right. We got to take the people that are minded to do the will of the Most High, and just do right. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not about serving, for me, I would love that people would have that mind to serving, but we can at least agree on a mutual respect, respect of existence, of other people's right to. Even homosexuality, I'm 1,050 million% against it. But I think if you're going to do it, it shouldn't be displayed in front of us. It should no more than a heterosexual couple should be having sex on the street. So I think it should be displayed somewhere in your own, never shown to us, never given. I'm against it. When people say, well, we should kill them, I'll say this, other than us killing them. How many people do we know that transformed from homosexuality? That came over to the right way. So what if we had killed those people?
Some people that transformed from that.
Yeah, a lot of people have been homosexual, have transformed from homosexual gay relationships. I mean, not people we don't know. If you read 1 Corinthians 6:9, he said, "No, you're not." Absolutely. That Russia couldn't. Then he said, "And such were some of you." So he was talking to people that are currently in no state, drunkards. People say, "Oh, all these drug addicts should be killed." You know how many people have reformed from drugs, and they are now proponents for helping other people, and they're against it 1,000%. So sometimes, and I've been guilty of, kill them now. And I'm gonna let me say this now: if you're on the back of a child, you have sex with a child, we can't wait on you to transform. We got to get you there. We got to cut that madness down. You two retarded, imbecile adults that you want to sit here, two women. Look, those hungry. Just lip. Rip it. Nothing. That's all you're doing. Absolutely nothing. You can't rip nothing with lips. Stop it. you gonna need the if you're a woman, you gonna need the rod of correction. Isn't that right? That's it. Don't even do it. You that hot on a battery, go hook up to a car battery. Put some jumping cables on and throw water on it and see, you'll get you a jolt out of that one. We live in a sad society and a twisted society, and it's unfortunate that enough people don't speak out about these travesties so we can get ourselves back to a better understanding. But having said all that, we appreciate you being on Israel. You had another comment?
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being in Israel too. I know what I want to do. He hit on some stuff, and I know we already got some topics. And Tony, you just brought up some good stuff about that trans agenda. And we got some good topics and all that stuff coming up that we like to address. I got some video footage about that trans stuff, and as well as the comments about being in Israel in terms of the future. What are we gonna do? Things like that. In regards to the oppression of the plight of the so-called black man. Got some videos of some perspective on that. Got a lot of good topics.
Got a lot to cut on, yeah.
What I want to do though is I want to take time out though, because we talk. I've got criticism say, hey man, you talk a lot about the women. Why don't you talk about the men? What I want to do for y'all that not aware, two movements I have. One movement is I have the turtleneck movement. I have a lot of people that participate on that on the Shabbat. I know Tony has participated with his nice, beautiful soft shell turtleneck. He has I never seen a soft shell turtleneck. He has one. As well as two. So announcement, everybody, this Shabbat we will be doing turtleneck once the Shabbat. So all y'all want to support, I definitely appreciate you on that. In addition, what the men I want y'all to do is I want to talk to men briefly about prostate cancer. Prostate cancer awareness. A lot of folks out there, they fear going to the doctor doing the prostate because it's, for those who don't know, Tony, explain to them what happened when you go to the doctor. Okay, or maybe you don't have to explain it. I'll just tell them it's just a finger. Oh, it's just a finger.
No, and a little more than that, but that is true. I appreciate you bringing that up, and we would encourage our women as well to also go and do your mammograms and do your checks. With the men, we had to get away from the fear of, this is what you have to watch with men. Sometimes men can be overly trying to prove they're not gay. Just be a man. Sometimes it's overly. I don't even put sugar in my coffee. Seriously, you gonna play that game? We're actually gonna play that game. Sugar in your coffee gonna make you gay. There's not a food that can make you gay. We say it out of, trying to be macho, but let's just be honest. This would be retarded, okay? There's not a food that can turn you gay. Gay is a behavior. Gay is a mentality and an understanding. And it's a terrible understanding. To put it on food, associated food is retarded. Listen, your health, there are things that has to be done to make sure you're well. They can say they're not gay, but back in our days and our times, you do know a man had to be circumcised.
That's right.
Oh, that means other men had to handle his penis.
Right.
All our men were not babies. These were adult men. When Abraham circumcised everyone in his house, these were men. These were adults.
That's a good point. So
can we please stop being stupid? You need to take care of your health. A lot of time when men say things, and because of the phobias and the bad karma that's been given out with things, we do miss going and being checked. And not just for prostate, heartburn. We have heartburn, continual heartburn. Go and check it. It's probably not heartburn. You could be having a blockage. And you laying down when your heart is more susceptible to less aggressive pumping. Because once you sleep, this is the only way your heart might move like this. But when you sleep, your heart slows down. This is the only way it can refuel and charge. So it's slowly pumping now while you're resting. That's why rest is important to take the stress off your heart. So what happens when you're not doing is your heart constantly staying like this, which means you put pressure on the heart, which means you're more susceptible to a heart attack. So you need to go and get these things checked as well. Appreciate bringing that up, Love Doc.
Hey, no problem. And also, as an alternative, what some people that don't know is actually a better alternative than the digital because it's more accurate. And that is, you can actually have an ultrasound for your prostate. Ultrasound process, it literally takes about 2 minutes.
How much
it's just like a woman who gets it's just like a woman who gets an ultrasound on her stomach. Your prostate is located right near your bladder, which is located right there below your navel. What you want to do, Tony asked how much is it? Typically, if you don't have insurance, then it runs anywhere from about $120 to $200 is the range for an ultrasound test. If you do have insurance, then you just pay your copay, whatever your copay is. Your copay is, $10, $20, and that's what you pay. And it's just an ultrasound. What I did is today, I got my first prostate exam via ultrasound. I went through the whole entire process. I'm awaiting my results or whatever. But it just thought about just being more conscientious, being aware of your health is something that there's a lot of different options. So for those of you who may still be a little uncomfortable with the digital exam, you can also do an ultrasound. Ultrasound is a lot more thorough, and they can measure all the exact dimensions and detect a lot more than a digital exam. And if you have insurance, it's just as cheaper. So definitely want to provide y'all with different options. But whatever it is, you definitely just want to make certain that y'all go out there and y'all do it. Definitely don't want to wait till it's late, because what they say is prostate cancer, if it's detected at an early stage, is very preventable from progressing. So y'all take that in mind.
Yeah. And then diet. Changing the way you eat is important, everybody. I had Smitty today. She made me a detox. And I tell you what, I ate twice today, and all of it went right back into the plumbing. I think I emptied out organs. It was just a cup. It was I took it this morning. I left out. I went to a job. Did I go to the job site this morning? No, I took care of some stuff for a job site. Then I went to a business. And I happened to eat. When I sat down, I tell you a little bit later, I had to go and use the restroom. I did not plan on staying there that long. I should have got me some leg support or something. I was doing something for numbness. But I tell you what, I was dropping the mother loads. And I got finished. I went and got something to eat. Came back, had to go take care of something else for a job site. Came back, picked up something, sat down and ate. A little bit later, I had to give it all back to the toilet. I tell you what. So right now, I'm thinking about, do I want to eat? Because I don't know how much could be left inside me, but one half of an organ.
I would love to try that once.
Listen, it was good. I didn't go on myself. I didn't have no move, but I'm telling you, when I went, it was definitely and I mean, I appreciate that. And you know what? More people need to do that. And I'm encouraging definitely the way y'all need to. I got a lot of big people. A lot of people need to clean their guts out. It ain't just size. You need to, because a lot of times what happens with the foods go down, if I could, a lot of people don't get and understand. When your food goes down, all of your food doesn't actually go down. Some of it sticks to the wall or the linings when it's going down. That's what wind up becoming cancerous a lot of time on people intestine. So eating roughage, a lot of roughage, when it goes down, it typically scrapes the walls. And that's what you do when you try to do colon cleanses. You try to get it to go down, and it scrapes the walls to get the things off your wall. And once they sit up on the wall, they begin to develop, and then it turns, cancerous. And now we got to go in. They got to do, surgery, go in and cut out part of your intestines, remove it. Then if it had a spread, it's just important. The things we're telling people, these are things we need to talk about. You do need to take care of your people. Watch your sugars intake. Get more water. I'm terrible about my water, but I try to push it. I'm on the go so much. I keep a water bottle with me. And this thing will stay with. I actually keep this on my seat. I have some people that have taken pictures of this. I keep it on my front seat in a seat belt. And they took pictures. They said, "Oh yeah, I do." It has a seat. They taking pictures. They said, "They go preach a passenger. The man won't let anybody sit in the front seat because the water bottle got sit there." Exactly, the water's more important to you.
Hey man, I appreciate you for doing that. I appreciate you for doing that. What I also want to recommend, since he brought it up, is that stuff that gets stuck on the sidewall that he's talking about. Being that I'm a life coach, it's my job to inform and educate those who are operating in ignorance, and I have a remedy. So if you might have something stuck on the inside of your walls, I want to share a particular remedy with y'all. This right here is life changing. I want to put this slide up really quick. This is known as, ladies and gentlemen, the squatty potty.
So you know that thing called the squatty potty, and how it's changed the way over 5 million people use the bathroom? We are going to show you how it works in just 20 seconds. Starting now, humans are anatomically designed to poop in a squatty position. The squatty potty takes your body from a sit to a squat while still allowing you to use your toilet. When you put your feet up, it fully loosens the muscle in your body responsible for holding waste in. This is clinically proven to reduce strain, time on the toilet, and improve overall bowel health. Then when you're done, simply slide it out of your toilet. Squatty potty, the number one way to number two.
Listen now, the number one way, the number two is right there with that squatty potty. It's a lot of y'all out there that don't have a squatty potty. Y'all need to invest in this. $16 is life changing. Let me tell you something. I've been using it the past year or two. Life changed my life. I don't have none of that stuff on the side. Everything just comes straight down.
How you know that? You never even saw that inside your intestine. How you know that?
Oh, and you can feel it come out. You can feel it.
That doesn't mean
it.
The walls, Joe. I don't know how you came out.
Hey, just go along. I'm trying to sell the health. Just go along with it. I'm trying to promote good health. Tell the people to get it. If you're grown, spend $16. Get your footstool. It's life changing.
One that just grab their knees and pull them and tuck them in their chest.
Actually, what you can do is if you have a little waste basket in the bathroom, turn that waste basket and prop your feet up on that waste basket. You just gotta be creative. See, I grew up watching MacGyver. You ever heard of MacGyver? You gotta be creative. Except what would MacGyver do? But if you ain't got the $16, if you do, I definitely recommend get you one of them squatty potties. Some things right there is life changing. They got them in all different colors. But that being said, it was some really, really good articles. I think Joanna, did you see over the one? I'm looking at quite a few of them. Is it one in particular that you see over there listed that you wanted to discuss? I seen a lot of different ones before I started playing some other videos. I definitely wanted to go over some of these.
We need to talk about something that the street's been talking, man, about our conversation last week.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! In reference to celebrating or acknowledging special days like anniversaries or birthdays and things like that. They had a few people up in arms because they feel like what Tony was his opinion about it would affect opinions of their husbands or others, so I just wanted him to clear that up. Just because it's something that we necessarily don't do does not mean it is a bad thing that somebody else does that or that they should.
Ain't y'all anniversary coming up soon?
No, I don't know. No, not until June. But yeah, so it was, I just want him to clear it up a little bit.
All right. Well, I tell you what, when he gets back, we'll definitely have him clear that up. But Joanna, did you see a clip or whatever? It was one of those Joanna's
I'm not
clips?
sure. You can just,
let's
go with it.
It doesn't matter. Why you do this? Oh, let's go to that the little boy, the criminal, the 6-year-old that's not going to be charged. Remember we talked about that when it happened, the little boy that shot the teacher, the 6-year-old.
Oh, it's a 6-year-old boy?
No, stop. We'll go right here. We'll go. Just stay right there. I think that's your article. You were talking about the young lady, the Colorado lady who had sex with a 13-year-old and have his face.
It don't make no doggone sense.
Will not face jail time.
Look at that. The title said it all. She got the man baby. She pregnant with the baby. Won't face jail time. Is this an example of how, women, they can go around her raping dudes?
Oh, no.
Says nothing about it, but then men, on the other hand, it need to be both ways, right?
I think it has to be both ways. And somebody said it's sad that when this boy turns 18, you think they're going to put him in child support for this child that he was raped about. But I think it has to go both ways. Both women and men should get punished for this kind of stuff. It's not okay.
I agree. And you're right. I do think that if it was a man with a young girl, it would be more outrage, and I think he probably would have done time too. It would have been different. I think it would have been different.
It would have been different. That man he'd been locked up, put under the jail.
But why is it that she won't face jail time? I don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Because
this is what I've learned. I've learned that people who have vaginas tend to get lesser sentences than people who don't have vaginas.
Okay.
I got to make sure I say that right.
Let me give you
people who have vaginas tend to get off the hook versus people who don't have vaginas. That's what I noticed.
So you think it's that?
How do you say that?
That's what the studies say. That's what the prison population says.
That's so sad though, because what about a boy, our boys,
So the reason why she does not have to do jail time is because the district attorney's office dropped the original charges to a lesser charge that does not come with mandatory jail time.
What is a lesser charge when you raping a teenager? What is a lesser charge?
Right.
She's pregnant with the man baby.
but listen, she's not accused of rape. She's
Why?
accused of having sex with a child.
Hold on, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If someone is 18 years old, they're in the 12th grade, and they having sex with a girl who's in 11th grade, and she's like 16 years old, that is called statutory.
Wait, what I think is Colorado, I'm not sure if recently they changed the laws where it has to be a certain age in order to be considered raped. And I think that's what's happening here. If I'm not mistaken, that maybe the laws were changed here, because it makes no sense to me into why she slept with a 13-year-old and it's not considered rape unless the laws were changed there in that state.
Now,
It's disgusting.
in Colorado, they do have their statute defines crime of sexual assault as any forced or non-consensual act of sexual penetration. Sex is automatically deemed to be non-consensual if one party is intoxicated or unconscious. The law says that any actor who knowingly inflicts sexual intrusion or sexual penetration on a victim commits sexual assault. The act must be penetrative, such as vaginal, oral, or anal sex. Examples of rape: a vagrant abducting a pedestrian and forcing fellatio on her, a guy at a frat party fingering a drunk girl, or a bellhop having intercourse with a passed out hotel guest. So that is what they consider sexual assault. In other words, rape.
It doesn't say age.
Forced or unconsensual. That's what I'm saying.
So if it's consensual with a 13-year-old, then she gets off the hook scot-free. Wow.
Now her charges could definitely okay, let me tell you what they said. Rape is a knowing act of unwanted sexual penetration. And it sounds rape.
So based on that, then if it's someone that's a minor, they could be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. Is that what they're saying?
Let me see. It doesn't have anything about age on here, but okay, here we go. Age of consent. The age of consent in Colorado is 17 years old, but there are two close in age exceptions. Children under 17 may consent to sex if the child is less than 15 and the other person is less than 4 years older, or a child is 15 or 16 and the other person is less than 10 years older.
You know,
otherwise,
when you take that,
it's statutory rape. It is irrelevant if the child wanted to. Hey, listen, it is irrelevant if the child wanted to engage in sexual activity.
This is sick.
Also irrelevant if the child lied about being 17.
This is sick. It's sick.
So the boy said, I wanted to have sex with my teacher.
Yeah, 13-year-old though. I mean, if you're going, a 13-year-old hormones are going crazy, and he's gonna want to have sex with everything and everyone. The kid doesn't know what he wants. So this woman basically took advantage of a 13-year-old. That's insane.
Bad business.
She's sick. She's sick. She's mental.
Bad business.
Who would want to
think if Tony's talking, his phone, his thing is on mute.
I'm sorry. I was gonna tell you, one problem we got, guys, we keep looking on law to correct behavior. Law doesn't correct behavior. We have to teach morality along with law. There has to be a real code in life about things. And there has to be a severe penalty, just like with the Torah, with religion. I don't know how people, excuse it from life, but it's in religion. And then the people that rule and govern in life are people that come from religion, and yet they don't realize how society has to have rules. It has to have moral ethics, regardless of law. I don't need a law. I won't sleep with a 17-year-old girl because the law. I'll sleep with a 17-year-old girl because I'm married one. Secondly, that's just not where I'm at. I've just never been into kids. That's just something, I find, atrocious. But, until you can teach and get some in the hearts of people, an intelligent way of thinking. You know, we've always had we got these laws in other states that, you know, that specifically says about age and regardless of consent, guilty. That doesn't stop it. So the real issue becomes we don't have it. You know, it's not a moral standard. It's not a moral code of life. You know, today, think about it. A lot of our grandparents got married when they were what? 12, 13, 14. We would say ridiculous. If a 13, 14 say we're going to date, the answer is no, nigga. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, our parents and grandparents were married back then because this is something they pushed on them too. 12 years old, 13 years. So now, amazingly, guess what? These are the ones that a lot of these sexual predators are attracted to. They enforced that then. It should have been cut off. No doubt for some reason the parents looked at why Granny was pregnant or believed to be pregnant. So they had to make her an earnest woman. They need to get them out of the house. They have enough people to feed. So a lot of people got married for a lot of wrong reasons. You know, again, it involved children. Now we got these older people who were forced into marriage at 12 and 14 who had to jump into just a whole total mindset of just, you know, devastated with responsibility. And now this is what we have. And they raised children and they themselves were children. And now look at the generation behind us. We're getting more and more, you know, as far as book wise and, you know, as far as our brogue has increased and, you know, become more intellectual, but our understanding is still piss poor.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this right here is amazing. It really is something, the way things is evolving. Definitely got some more articles I want to share. But before that, Tula, you had a question you wanted to ask Tony and get some clarification on? He's back now.
Oh,
I heard someone walk down the streets were talking. I heard some of the street were talking about go ahead. What you gonna ask me about?
Yeah, people are talking about what you said about the anniversary celebration and acknowledging that.
What about it?
I don't know if it came off as though it was something wrong, that you shouldn't do it, or what.
I mean, no, I never said there was anything wrong. It's all about what you're trying to do. Tula and I would have been married 28 years today.
Not today. What's today?
Okay. The night, 28 years. See that? She don't even remember.
No, for real, I don't do that. You know I don't do that. You know I don't do that.
No, she don't do that. Okay. So here we go. So is it me streets or is it her?
No. June is when I got married.
You can't push on. You can't push on me. I'm taking March.
Hey, hold on. Explain this. Y'all got what's going on?
Somebody got pregnant early, so we had to run down.
Oh no, I did not.
Well, it sounds good anyway. No, we actually we went to the courthouse and got married in March. We had a wedding started for June, but I was trying to get away from fornication.
Why? Why did we get married twice?
Because Smitty couldn't hold out.
That's so
hold on. Okay, I get that getting married in March, but why the wedding went to June? Why not have the wedding in March at the same time?
We
What time we did have one at the same time?
We got engaged. We planned for a wedding to be in June. Then, you know, all the planning, all the money spent, blah, blah, blah. Then somebody says, I can't hope, because we weren't having sex.
Okay.
None of that.
Go ahead and pull us out.
And somebody said, I don't wanna commit sin. I can't hold out. And I'm like, I'm fine.
You know, did, and guess what? And guess what I said? I'll help you.
No, I
said the man. I say, you know what? I'll take you down here then. That's exactly what she said.
And so I did not stand my ground. I got forced into marriage. Yeah. So I went to the courthouse. Nobody knew. Who did you tell? We didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, y'all had one of those shotgun in the courthouse. Y'all didn't tell no.
It's not a shotgun. That makes no sense. Shotgun is when you're forced to. Shotgun is when you're in law.
So y'all eloped. The word is elope. You mean tell me y'all eloped?
No, I don't know what they said. No, we went to the courthouse and got married.
She said y'all didn't tell nobody.
Yeah, my dad knew. I thought my dad knew. Somebody, a couple, but man, just very few people.
Hold on now. This show finna shift now. Hold
This
on.
is
We gotta
so
take a different way
interesting
now.
right
Hold
now.
on.
That's not how it happened. But we got married.
Hold on.
We got married because we were actually gonna get baptized, and one of the preachers had grabbed my hand, shook his hand. He said, "Go on and get down." He said, "Go on and get married before you get in that water." I said, "What?" He said, "Before you get married," he said, "Before you get in this water, get married." I was like, "We get married in June." He grabbed my hand. He said, "Listen, get married before you get in this water." I was trying to figure out, like, why is this old man trying to tell me? He said, "Listen, all you're going to do is you're going to wind up messing up. You're going to wind up going down the water. You're going to wind up messing up." And you know what? I sat there for a second. I told we going to the courthouse. That's how I did. He right. Had I went any other way, I probably wouldn't be here today. Because I'd have kept failing and feel like you can't get it right. And you just keep making excuses and keep starting over. And you never get anywhere. Yeah, that's the best advice he ever gave. He's dead now, but I appreciate him. For that one issue, of that. He definitely gave me that's it in all. Other than that, no. But he did. He definitely kept telling me, get it, go ahead and get married before you get in this water. He said, do not get in this water playing. Get it. And I took that serious. I mean, that helped me now. It's been over 28 years.
That's all right right there. That's all right right there. So
that's how it happened.
All right. So we done heard the religious part about it. So let's talk about the economical part about it, because I kind of feel I had a friend. He got married. I was planning. He invited me to his wedding, and he told me like his wedding ain't in August. And we was talking. He was like, "Man, we went on ahead and got married." I say, "Well, what you telling me to come plan for a wedding in August if y'all already married?" Well, cause we want to have a wedding. I say, "But y'all already married. What are we celebrating if y'all already married? Y'all just throwing a party."
Oh, everybody know that though, because it was probably very important to her, especially when you invest money into things.
Right. But you should have did it in March. Go to the courthouse.
You're investing money.
You had your dress. You could have told everybody to come to the courthouse.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I had no, I did not have a dress. Let me see. February. I probably did buy that fast.
Hold on. Where did you wear to the courthouse ceremony?
I don't even remember. A dress, because I wasn't wearing pants. It was a dress. But
you weren't wearing pants then?
No, because I was
Truly. When's the last time you wore some pants?
The last time I wore pants was when I was still in assistant school, maybe.
Listen,
because
my grandmother was like 85 years old, and she told me she had never wore pants in her life. She said when her parents raised her, women just never did wear pants.
Yeah, my grandma.
That's right. I never saw my grandma wearing pants either.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, that's good stuff. Anybody want to get married? I'm just gonna tell you this right here.
What was the question economically that you were gonna ask?
That's what I was asking her. Economically, if you getting married today at the courthouse, have the party today, have the reception the same day. Who does that? That makes no sense to wait. Economically, that don't make no sense. So what I want to do,
already pay for something that's going to happen.
You don't put nothing on layaway. You don't put no marriage on no layaway. What you talking about?
It wasn't a marriage.
I seen the celebration pictures. Y'all could have had that thing. That thing was inexpensive. Y'all ain't paid for that. So whoever paid for that, they would have paid for the other one, wouldn't they?
No, we didn't pay for what?
The actual wedding.
Tony, your phone is muted.
Yeah. If he comment, I can't hear him. His phone is on mute.
I think I call you a monkey nigga.
Okay.
Go ahead. That man said I want money. Nothing.
What I'm saying is, I seen the photos. It ain't like, oh, y'all had elaborate wedding where y'all had doves hanging out the ceiling and black folk dressed in white dresses, angels with violins as angels.
You can't do that. You don't know.
It ain't like you had Johnny Gill at the wedding performing.
First of all,
you can't do that. You can't.
He's talking about he don't know what spent no money. We had to feed them people. Them people ate barbecue ribs. You know how much it cost to feed a church full of niggas barbecue ribs?
But what I'm saying is,
It was
a whole.
I get it, But just call it what it is. Just be like, this right here is the after party. Be like, yo, we already married. It's just the after party.
Listen, as long as they were married when they had their honeymoon, it doesn't really matter.
That's beautiful. But this is what I want. This what I want to tell people, because y'all got a beautiful story and it did work out. And I appreciate the way that y'all do it. I definitely want to celebrate and applaud y'all being now March. Now this is actually y'all anniversary. Congratulations to the 28 years. That right there is something speaks volumes. So I definitely applaud y'all for doing that. A trend that I'm noticing in the 2023s, a trend that I'm noticing is what people doing. People are treating weddings and engagement like a college graduation. They going around telling everybody this is what they gonna do when they ain't got all their credits and they ain't graduating at the end of the semester. So what you got to do is don't tell nobody you're gonna graduate unless you know you done passed all your classes, and don't go around here telling nobody that you engaged and y'all ain't set no date. So I want to spend a special shout out. It's somebody out here in this crowd. I want to spend a special shout out to anybody out there that's been engaged right now and don't even know what date y'all getting married. Talking to you, special shout out though. Woo!
It's tight. But you taking engagement, the thing is when people do an engagement, people set dates. A lot of times they might say, "Let's wait 2 years."
They don't do that no more. They don't do that no more.
I don't know anyone. Yeah.
What they do? What they do?
I'm telling you. Look, I done got into arguments because they'll say, "Hey man, we engaged." I ask this question. Oh yeah, when y'all get married? Then the argument starts. But we ain't set no date. Why we got to set a date? We need to do whatever work with us. Why you all up in our bit? I'm like, well, you told me. You just told me. I mean,
no, I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, hold on. You been engaged? Have you been engaged before?
You have, Love Dog?
Okay, answer the question. What did you have a date?
Ooh.
No, he didn't.
See, that's what 99.9 of my relationship.
He didn't have a date when he was married when he was engaged.
See,
if you was engaged, did you have a date?
Experience. See, listen, look here. I'm telling the word so good, I even hit myself. Woo, that was a good message. Hit myself.
Listen, Tony has a point though. Do you have a date?
Oh, you are crazy.
No, I didn't set no date. That's what I'm saying. So y'all don't go do that. If you go get engaged, make sure you have that date set.
That's true, because you can back out.
That's back out regardless. If you're gonna do stuff,
that's right.
The right way,
Truly, you can back up regardless if you have a date. Don't have a date. It doesn't really matter.
On that day, you can turn around on that day. If you ain't did it, it is not too late. Don't ever think.
I agree with
too
you.
much money. Don't just forget about all the money you spent. Don't worry about that.
Listen, this is a good word. This is a good word. This is a good message. Y'all hit that cash out. Don't let a message that this powerful come and you don't sow a seed right now. You need to sow a seed right now. I need about 4 people donate $31. That's for Proverb 31. Y'all $31. I need 4 people to do 31. I'm believing 31 people. I get it started off. Right now. Can I get some more people to join me? 31 people. Come on now. Get that cash out. To keep that cash out monitor. That money's coming. Woo! That's a good
31 people.
We finna buy you a mail order.
You said 31 people do $1. How much?
No, I need 31 people to give $31.
Tony, what you eat? What's the mail? How much a mail order brides cost? We about to hook you up.
Chicken.
Hold on now. It is a mail order bride. Is that like a transsexual or something like that? Because you know, what do you call a lady who delivers mail? A female man.
What?
I don't get that though.
That's one of them transgender jokes. A female man.
I don't get it.
A mailman is a man who delivers mail. Yeah. So what do you call a female who delivers mail? You would call her a female man.
Okay. It's just she don't get it because she doesn't comprehend how that joke can be. It's not. So she
foolery.
Where did he go to find a transgender joke?
That's a good question.
Let me tell you something.
He was at a party.
So for
these
those
are interesting questions Tony's coming out with today. Let me tell you.
Listen, for those of y'all who out here that don't know,
no, I don't want to know. Go ahead.
I actually started in the comedy. I actually,
I thought he just said. I thought you been I actually started in. You that for those
No,
you didn't
no,
know.
no.
I'm just listen. My mind is taught. My mind register things when I hear keyword. So it said, for those you didn't know, that means it's secret. I started out, so I'm here. I started out. Where's this going?
In comedy.
We talk about, hold on, no, I got you now comedy, but you understand what was the conversation? The conversation about transgender, how you get that transgender joke. So you saying, for those that didn't know, I'm going to come out the closet tonight and tell y'all something y'all never heard. And this him, I ain't going to dress it up. So the mind is processing all this. I'm coming out the closet and I'm going to dress it up. So what you thinking? Man said, come out of the closet, dress it up. What you thinking?
That's right.
Tight. That's tight.
All right, well, go ahead, comedy. I'm glad to hear that, by the way. We were going to cut that.
For those of y'all who don't know, I started out.
Oh, you going to say it again?
Yeah.
My first joke that I told, which started my comedy career, and that everybody remember that joke. Even Tudor remember that joke. Tony remember that joke. Well, that joke is, why do faggots stay unemployed? Because they blow jobs. Listen, I told that joke. Look, standing ovation. That started my comedy career. Standing ovation. What you say, ready to joke?
Isn't that like a gay joke? Like because they blow jobs?
Yeah, girl, that was
you get it. You get it.
Coming from like you, it's just weird.
Listen.
He's weird.
You ain't never been to one of my comedy shows, but actually, listen, I did pretty good.
Do you want to go?
Comedy show, got standing ovation. Matter of fact, there was a pastor who invited me to his synagogue.
So he's getting me hungry.
I performed doing one of his muhars or whatever. Listen, tore the house down. Listen, but I ended up stopping. The reason why I ended up stopping is because other reasons. We'll get in that at a later date, later time. But nevertheless, power to the people. And let's talk about some stuff. We got some hard-hitting questions. Whatever.
Okay, speaking of transgender, cue the Jill Biden.
Can you repeat that? The phone chopping up a little bit.
Jill Biden, this woman here. You can play that.
Coming your way in 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. There it is.
All right, good people. Jill Biden, the First Lady, and the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. Actually, this month is Women's History Month, and I think today was International Women's Day. So they had their annual International Women of Courage Award ceremony at the White House. And they honor 11 women around the world, seeking the people that are supposed to be building a brighter future for all. Okay. So now we come to one of the people that they acknowledge. This is a biological man that she gave an award to on International Women's Day.
In Argentina, Alba Ruada is a transgender woman who was kicked out of classrooms, barred for sitting for exams, refused job opportunities, subjected to violence, and rejected by her family. But in the face of these challenges, she worked to end violence and discrimination against the LGBTQI plus community in Argentina.
Wow.
They're everywhere.
Wow.
Even in the Miss Universe, now the new owner she's a transgender. He is a transgender.
But that was very, 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 very disrespectful to women. That was just like, you could have done that.
Right. We're not men. How is this person representing us?
Other women, let me tell you how he represented y'all. He represented y'all for y'all own women, showing y'all decision made. That ain't every one of y'all, though. Decision made by women. They try to play around with these homosexuals, try to cover them, make you a friend, hang out with them. Now he came on here and embarrassed you and said that he could be, as a man, a better woman than any.
Us.
Women,
Facts.
Offensive.
and they're overly insulting. It would have been better if they had let Joe Biden give it to him. His wife,
Right.
the highest seating woman in America, gave a man a woman's achievement, telling you this is how pitiful of a job. And really,
Yes.
really is not you how pitiful of a job. It more or less just insults you because women played the gay role with them, hang with them, let them wear their lipstick, do it. Then he burnt you. He came and took your award.
Yep.
Sisters have always burnt women. Let me tell you something.
You think there's a message behind this?
Tough.
Sisters have always burnt women. Women, this is a dumb decision they make. They confide in a sissy. You can never tell a sissy your business. A sissy business is everywhere. How can a sissy keep business? They can't keep discipline. And a woman will always tell a homosexual all her personal business, what her man does, and he will burn her. He burns them y'all women know women who've been friends with him have complained. Sisters will not shut up. They cannot keep us there top. Oh, they're gonna get you sick. You're sick, women. You're sick, and you have just embarrassed yourself to the third power by a man beating you out for Woman of the Year month.
You have it.
Acknowledging women, a man, a white man. Look, he's taking that from. He's taking over everything. It's his own fault.
That's.
I blame women.
I'll take
You
the blame.
What are we supposed to do? Why you blame women?
For confining on.
Y'all playing with them. Confine them, telling you private stuff, letting them mimic you for being a female. Use your lipstick, put on your stuff. Let them use your gay stuff, try to talk them up on the man. Tell them how you get it. And sisters always blurt out their mouth. So you got yourself burnt women because you played with them long enough. He got your secret, and he got up and he embarrassed you, and a woman gave it to him. You can never get rid of that. Shame is on women everywhere. A woman gave it. Be like a man, they can say, I ain't worried. What do you expect a man to do? A man gonna give it to another man. No. The highest sitting woman in America gave a man a woman's award. Ladies, you have failed. You have dropped the ball.
Failed.
That's why they embarrassing to him.
Failed.
That's insane.
Slap in your face.
They
We
pushing
have.
that agenda.
Disappointing. That was extremely disappointing.
Women should come out. Who are the people
We
that's
should
protect
protest.
and fight for gay whites?
Say
What
what?
person is mainly fighting for gay whites?
White
Not
men.
male women.
Yeah.
True. And women.
Mhm.
Women champion for him. And he came back and he should have told them, no, I'm not going to do that to my sisters. You know what I'm saying? He'd have told them, no, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make sense. They let Bruce Jenner run for woman, or what? He ran for some woman of the year.
That's crazy.
They keep
Listen.
embarrassing you.
Listen, I say don't stop there. Go ahead and allow them people with prostates to play in the women's basketball league. Go ahead and let them play and run on the women's track team also. Let them dominate in all aspects of sports. That's what I want them to do. Let them do all that.
This is just another attack on something that we just can't have anything by ourselves. Not just black people. It's just when we can't have nothing by ourselves. They're gonna take this from us. Okay, boom. Y'all on the International Women's Day. We're gonna put put men in it. You can't have basketball team. You can't have sport. We're gonna put. It's like, dang, we can't have anything.
Like psych, no International Women's Day, Transgender Women's Day. It's crazy.
It's gonna be. It's gonna have to be changed to that eventually. It's not gonna be
It's
just
gonna
like
be everybody, whatever you feel.
It's just a shame.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. Indeed, man.
Aggravating. That is just so.
Again, I'm blaming one group, women. There's not enough gay men to get the movement moving like that. You need women. And women have dealt with so much hurt. We ain't criticizing just with that. The plight for, and let's go with this. Your doctor said let them play in women basketball, let them play in women, whatever, and compete. Is that not what you said?
Yep. Let the people with prostate play in the women's sports.
Let me ask you this though. What about when the woman came out of the kitchen and came out to compete with the man?
Ooh.
That's the whole thing, the whole premise that they said.
Hold on. They can't hold on. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. They came out the kitchen and said they need to work. In cases, okay. They came out, what they start complaining? I can do whatever job
a man can do.
I should be paid the same thing as a
man.
So what did that guy do when he got up there? He just showed you can't compete with us. You terrible at even being who you supposed to be that a man had to come and get. That's all they did.
I never
I'll do the math.
I don't know.
All they just showed you. Let a woman get up there and say she running for Mr. Big Penis of the Year and see if she get it.
Right.
We need to figure out who was the woman that was complaining about working and equality and
let a woman get up there and let a woman get her and let a man get her an award saying you got the biggest thing. Nobody going for it. You see, there are areas that you cannot compete in. There are areas women don't need to be in. Right. And I talked about this last week. I'm against a lot of the, operations where you put a woman. Not that they don't have the intelligence. You have to have standards. And because you left your place, ladies, you gave this man an opportunity to come back and embarrass you. He wasn't even a good-looking one. There's no way he can have the knowledge, information of being a woman, the sensitivity of being a woman.
That's right.
All of the attributes, I don't care what you saw on him, but this should wake women up around the world and realize you left your position to come out to compete with the man. The man has come and embarrassed you. He's embarrassed you in swimming. He's embarrassed you on the track field. He's embarrassed you. Now he's embarrassed you on a world stage, on a national day dedicated to women.
Wow.
But you ladies have come outside of your area. You played the man out here. You ran your mouth. You done called us punks and faggots, weak niggas. And now a man has come and beat you down in your own. Is no way possible. Nobody would let them pull a woman up there and give her the man slang of the dang-a-lang ward. See if she gets it. She cannot get it.
Democrat.
She will not get it. Areas you cannot compete in.
You are not lying.
It's just stuff.
Woman, let's get back to our place. Let's get back.
A man will. A man can go put socks in his chest in a bra. He can go sew titties on. They have. I mean, it's sad, and that's why men and women need to get together and stop fighting each other. The fight and the plight is to destroy the man and the woman relationship. When they got the woman to move from the home, listen, they're talking about prayer out of school. The kid went to school, but when he got home, mom was there. That kid left home, mom was there. That kid came home, mom was there. Mom's not there laying around. Mom made sure dinner was cooked. Mom made sure the house was cleaned up. Mom regularly made sure people did their homework. Mom made sure they took baths, brush their teeth, go to bed, get up. Where mom at? Kid, 2 years old, put themselves to bed, take a bath every 4 or 5 months. Mom don't know how to take a bath. She musty and stinking. The kid is taking care of themselves. This was something. Mom was home. Mom would make sure this is done. Dad goes out work, fight the world, still had a house, still had a car. Family was running. Now was cut off. They pulled both out and told the woman, hey, you doing work. World War I, II, they took the women, put them in the business industry. We lost them. And we have intelligent women have them. All of what we need in these jobs, other than not you. We got them in the army. We had women in the military, police. You did paperwork. I want police women out here, hair fresh done, nails. You tell me you finna break a nail trying to pull that gun out to shoot somebody. It's ridiculous. Well, go ahead.
Welcome, Charles Boxing,
People
to the
need to hear
show.
this, though. People do need to hear this.
What's going on, man?
Man, you tell us what's going on. What's going on, man? What city, what state you in now?
The Walmart selling oatmeal cookies while I shop.
Oh my goodness!
Mhm.
You is black. You can't do that.
Wash hands before you eat. You know, just
You better stay on that. You better stay on the camera then.
rub
Hey,
man.
Don't get off. We got your back.
You see somebody? Slide one through the that man love them oatmeal cookies.
Hey man,
Hey, do you get the fresh ones at the bakery, or you getting the ones off the shelf?
now you gotta grab the first one available, man. Keep it moving.
Sometimes it be some homeless people on the side of there have some nice oatmeal cookies.
See, I don't understand. I don't understand how people are homeless and hungry. It's a Walmart on every corner, man. You could have the first thing you do when you come in, you know, go get you a meal from the food section.
Yeah.
You know, get you a meal, grab you something to drink, sit down, and you come to the home section where the TV's at. You sit down, you have a decent meal. Because at Walmart, nobody works in the home section where the TV's at, so nobody will ever bother you. Remember
You
that.
just go there, cut the TV on.
Hey, that's game. That's
And
right there.
the bathrooms are always located next to the home section, so you go ahead and do that. You know.
There you go.
Get something to eat, and then watch TV. Then you go to the bathroom before you go back to the shelf. Well, back
Oh,
to
yeah.
the cardboard.
That's it, man.
And you can also change your drawers and t-shirt while you're now.
Man. Oh yeah.
Put them on a little sweatsuit, some little matching clothes.
Facts.
For shoes.
Hang the dirty clothes up. It'd be somebody need some work clothes, they might get them. They're like, man, he broke in already. They already got the doodle with him.
Oh wow.
Wow.
What's going on, nephew E?
Welcome, nephew E.
What's going on, family?
Hey
How y'all
now.
doing?
Nephew, how you doing? Welcome to the show, buddy.
Yeah,
Hey.
how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Third devil. Yep.
Welcome, man. Good to see you again. How's your week been going, man?
Maybe you can't hear us.
Okay, I've been hanging in there. It's been all right. About yourself?
Wonderful,
That's
wonderful,
fine.
wonderful, man.
Can't
Got
complain.
another good week, man. I'm glad to see
Can
you
y'all hear
again, man. We got a lot of stories going on.
Okay.
I'm glad to see you
Oh,
join.
yeah.
I'm glad to actually have
Oh,
Charles Boxic join. I thought he might have been ducking us last week because last week an article came out I had for him. I wanted to share it with him, but he wasn't there last week.
Right,
I don't got nobody.
right.
Uh-oh.
What article you talking about?
Well, it's an article really for you and Tony.
I ain't talking about you.
Tony.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I said man, I ain't ducking nobody, man. What you talking about? Hey, my man right here was like, man, what the what? Hey, don't listen.
You Walmart too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I be hating that being pulled. I'm thinking people talking to me.
Right.
What article you talking about, Dwayne? What you talking about?
Well, your buddy and Tony's buddy, Deion Sanders, has been back in the news, but this again story right here is more so the question is Deion Sanders now justified? And what the article is the one, the only president of the Jackson State
It's fired.
has now been placed on administrative leave. Y'all see it? Oh yeah.
Why?
Well, the reason why he was placed on administrative leave is because what happened to everybody? Where y'all at?
You don't see me? Let me see.
Where did everybody go?
We right here.
What happened to the article then? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, Jackson State University president placed on leave. The reason he's been placed on leave is, quote unquote, they haven't said publicly what the reason is, but the streets is talking. The streets is saying that he's been misappropriating funds and some schoolgirls pregnant. He got some schoolgirls pregnant.
Are you for real?
Streets talking. Mismanaging, misappropriating funds, and our inappropriate relationship with the kids.
What a mess.
What?
So the question is, I got for you, Alex. The question is, I have for Tony. Is Deion Sanders now justified for leaving?
No.
What make you think they was
No.
Well, I don't have nothing to do with the other one.
right?
Unless he knew about it and he said something to them and nobody would address it, but he could have easily.
Ding, 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 ding.
What was the bell for, Stephen?
Right.
You correct. You correct. You are correct.
About what?
That don't really make sense for him to leave.
You're correct. Issues with the with the higher ups had not been addressed. The mindset of higher ups has not been addressed properly. And now that he's gone, now the story comes out, and this is what's actually going on. And these are some of just probably one of many issues that's going on. But just want to share this with Alex because it's happening or whatever. But he's indeed the president is on administrative leave, and more and more details are forthcoming. It's sad, it's a shame, but it's the reality of it that happens. And when you do the history, it shows that the past 3 presidents at Jackson State were all fired due to similar reasons.
But that's only because it happens in all. Think about this.
Everyone.
This is going to be something that happens in the majority of the university. You know, one thing about it, women are manipulative. And they can get next to you. I mean, listen, he bears his responsibility. Let's be practical now. He don't have charges of rape. You saying kids. A lot of those college age kids are 18 up.
They're adults.
They don't consider them to be adults. They don't consider them to be of age where they can sleep who they want. He just a piss poor man. That's being honest, but let's just be honest. He wasn't raping them.
No, he wasn't.
They'll get grade. Well, they do get grade, and that's a travesty. The fact that they won't name other white universities. The same thing happened, and I look more on him, and I'm hard on him than I ever be on them because they'll keep their stuff undercover. These guys around too many women. Nothing's keeping them, whether from the men or the women.
Right.
Women gonna throw themselves on them. This is the president of the university. What can he do for me? He can do a lot. When you got the student loan debt, you got everything, the pressure going on. A lot of women get it on their backs. Job position, that ain't everyone. And then it's unfortunate. It hurt the women that make it off of their ability. But a lot of women learn hits in vagina will carry you a long way over brain.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood, yes, sir. Hollywood was always famous for their blondes. Now brunettes are getting highlighted. Redheads, other than Lucy.
That's right.
Before you had to be blunt. Blunt was always overrun.
A long way.
I had my hair
They were known for being what? Quote, unquote, dumb. But they said blondes have more fun.
That's true.
That's right.
I don't believe all blonde women dumb, but there was a synonymous with them laying around.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I mean, this is something I think women need to look at. You know what they need to repair. And the men, we have a lot of problems too. So please don't think I'm talking. We have a lot of problems. When a man decides he wants to go in and he's comfortable with getting an award that goes to women or being recognized for something, all these women who have done so much and are still doing, not have done, still going and doing great things. You insulted today by a man. This is a white man's world. They can say what they want to. White men cut you down. This was not something done by us. As much as you hate us and claim we're going to rape you, there's only one race in charge that runs America. Everybody knows that. He thought it was only fitting that his wife should insult you and give it to another white man. Mm-hmm. So at some point, you need to turn around and use your heads.
Right.
Start looking at women need to come together. Y'all need to start saying what's to do and the do nots is among you. You need to oust them till these sissy relationships has the end. It's got to be done. This is the problem. My wife can't have no sissy friend. Ain't no sissy come over here. No. For what? That makes no sense. No, I'm not having that stuff coming out there. I'm your wife. No, you can't come here.
I'm your love. What's up?
Yeah, you can't have that stuff. And these women say, a woman better have what friend they want. You've done that, ladies, and you just saw your friend burn you on that stage, didn't you? He wasn't a friend of ours. He's a friend of yours.
Mm.
You hear that? Cisco Kid was a friend of mine. Dun, 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 dun. Not that sister. Now, you women, get your stuff together. Get your stuff together, women.
We need to.
Fight back.
We need to get it back. We need to get it together.
Pull your femininity out there and hurt that joker. That joker can't be more feminine than no woman. He can't be more loving than a woman. He can't be more sensitive than a woman. He can't be more loving than a woman. Man, stop it. That's an insult. Every man went along with it. They need to have them. They need to be put in prison the rest of their life. The rest
You don't
of their
even
life.
look like a woman.
Exactly.
That's what's embarrassing.
Exactly.
Do you know that was embarrassing all around the world? They just said
Internationally.
homosexual just made a leap, another leap. They're gonna oust us. They're so stupid. They come from us. What does that say about the gene pool and the thinking mentality of us today? That all these people are so flamboyant and in our faces with it. Where have we failed? We failed on such a high level. Can this even be repaired?
I feel like if us women turn into working into being feminine and soft, because I feel like maybe this man are becoming this woman because we have become feminists, this strong woman. So it's easy to become woman, but if we become feminine and soft, it's going to be impossible. So we got to get there, back into that space where we have to be soft and feminine, because that man, woman, she, he, I don't know, ugly. It doesn't.
Right, I definitely agree with you. There are a lot of she-he's, and they radiate that male energy. You are exactly right. So it's very easy. It makes it easier for a man to duplicate our behavior because it's very close to be like him.
Manly.
I always want to fight a man. It's like, why do you want to fight a man? Well, I don't want to fight no woman. It's like, come on, what we doing? We supposed to be fighting together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be fighting ignorance.
Yeah.
Fighting for equal rights. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for equality. What we doing fighting each other? That's stupid. We all here together. I'm saying with the homosexual, they need their own place, somewhere they can go there and they come outside of it. Well, you need your own place somewhere else you can stay, do all your dirty buddy booty stuff. No kids can be there. No kids allowed. Just like in bars. That's amazing. We won't let kids in a bar, under a certain age where there's only drinking going on. Possible cigarette smoking, but yet we can allow kids to sit up with homosexuality, being sexually perverted books, but they can't go into. Why they can't go in a bar?
Makes no sense.
That's how backward society. They spend so much time trying to look as though they're giving equality when they're not. They're parading our stupidity in our faces. Heterosexual, as they call it, where they get their name title from. They're straight men, straight women. We should have been fighting together to oust this whole system. And it had ever been created. Also, I know we talking about that before our time run out. I know we run out of time. We have a lot of news stories. Lord Doctor, then we had a story about the finest Attorney General United States had for Kentucky.
Biden's Attorney General.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
No, I have to have my sound down low because I got other screens. It'll pick up the volume. So when y'all talk,
Yeah,
turn it back up. You repeat what you said.
Came back. I put it. It was in our text. I read.
I didn't hear what you asked me.
She's about to send it to you.
Okay.
This is a story people look at. They went and did an investigation 2 years into Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, where Breonna Taylor was killed.
Mm-hmm.
They came back with their findings. He was just gonna post a story. They came back with their findings on what the FBI found, Department of Justice, after investigating them for 2 years. That they, wouldn't use the N word. They call, people color monkeys. Just all the different things we already know anyway, but nobody else believes it.
Yeah.
Nobody didn't talk. They created false traffic stops in order to get. They found out that quote unquote people of color were stopped 60 or 70 times more than their white counterparts, on purpose, which we already knew that. Bogus charges, the whole nine. And for the department to come out and find the finding, they found it was a civil rights issue, which means there should be lawsuits. And you know, money is not just the answer, because if you give them money, they'll come back and take it at the same position. You got to get all these people out of position. These people to be criminally charged. Can you imagine? You know, we already know this. We said all the time, black and brown people are constantly being picked on by the police. You know, quote unquote white people who are white collar criminals, might I say. They don't take a gun into stores or whatever. They just take computers and pens and paper, and they just, spyware and go into people's accounts and get people password, logword, and eavesdrop on their phones and other things they do that are criminal, and they feel like they're better than the people that stick up the store.
Hey, man.
What does it say, Little Dolly?
Says that the Department of Justice announces finding of civil rights probe after Breonna Taylor's killing. Here's a video associated with. I guess, did y'all want me to play a few minutes of this video?
Yeah.
All right. Let's blow it up and let's play it.
Are holding a press conference in Kentucky. Garland expected to announce findings of a civil rights investigation into the Louisville Police Department. He's also expected to announce a separate review of specialized police units deployed in cities across the country following the death of Tyree Nichols. We're going to go to that presser. Let's take a look.
LMPD have agreed in principle to negotiate toward a consent decree. Here with me from the Justice Department, our Associate Attorney General Vanita Gupta, and Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark, who is in charge of our Civil Rights Division. I also want to acknowledge Mayor Greenberg, Council President Winkler, and Interim Chief of...
Oh, that's not it?
No, this is about Louisville, Kentucky, after Breonna Taylor killing.
That might be it. It was just probably getting to it.
I mean, I thought they named another case.
I mean, she did say Tyree Nichols, but I don't know.
Oh, this was after they...
Yeah, let me because I guess the article starts there, but let me see if I can find another video then.
That's at Louisville Metro. Okay.
Yeah.
I did say Louisville Metro. I see that there.
Yeah, let me see if I can find something else then, because that video right there is like 11 minutes long. So give me about a minute or something. I'll see if I can find the exact spot where to narrow it in a little more.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. How about this one? I mean, if it take 11 minutes.
All right, I see a clip of her mother responding to the outcome. Maybe that right there, that's the shortest one I can find, so I can share that really quick if y'all want me to. This is all the mother of Breonna Taylor.
As we said, we're not have done. We were made aware of a lot of the issues facing LMPD. We have fought for individuals impacted by the racist tactics, policies, and behavior of LMPD, and we have routinely seen officers go without recourse for egregious behavior. We are encouraged by the Department of Justice findings today. However, it is unfortunate that it took the murder of Breonna Taylor and protest after protest after protest through 2020 to come to this point. As you saw, this is a patterns and practice investigation, and the findings relate to patterns and practice. It is not one particular case. It is not the two cases that we've had the honor and privilege to represent individuals on. It is long-stem behavior and problems within LMPD.
So I just briefly played a minute of it. I don't know if this is the actual video that you're referencing, or maybe perhaps it's the subject matter.
Try the other one I sent you. I mean, but okay.
Hey, y'all can go ahead and talk while I try to search for more. I'm unfamiliar with this article, so I'm just.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean that's fine. I mean we had heard prosecution. All we heard was FBI finding findings of civil rights abuse, which means now the family can come back and sue the police, maybe again based off of the federal. The federal government might sue the city of Louisville, to make them pay so much money. That's how it works, though. Let's say the federal government said we're going to sue the Louisville Police Department. Louisville, the police department is a local agency, which means it belongs to that area, and the state governor, of course, is the head money in of that whole state. So they pay that fine to the federal government. This is only money that the state government will go back next year and will apply for more money to make up for the money that was taken. So all this is just money washing hands to make people feel good. Federal government collects money because those monies are there to issue back out the state. So it's just a record.
He's got more on this story. Jeff, these details are very troubling.
Yeah, this is a scathing report, Gail, and it outlines unlawful conduct by the Louisville Police Department and really a culture of racist behavior. This is a report that was started after the death of Breonna Taylor, but one city leader told the Department of Justice that it's really just a symptom of problems in the city.
This conduct is unacceptable. It is heartbreaking.
Attorney General Merrick Garland called the Justice Department's findings an affront to the people of Louisville. The DOJ report concluded that Louisville officers routinely use force disproportionate to the threat or resistance posed, unnecessarily using neck restraints, police canines, and tasers, often without facing consequences.
Some have videotaped themselves throwing drinks at pedestrians from their cars, assaulted people with disabilities, and called black people monkeys, animal, and boy.
The report found officers discriminate against black people, searching them more than twice as often as white drivers at traffic stops. It also said a significant number of search warrant applications failed to establish probable cause, with more than 60% of no-knock warrants and forced entries into buildings carried out against black people. In the case of Breonna Taylor's 2020 death, police were executing a no-knock warrant that one officer has since admitted contained falsified information. Months later, the city passed legislation it called Breonna's Law, banning no-knock warrants.
I don't even know what to think.
Tamika Palmer is Taylor's mother.
It's heartbreaking to know that everything you've been saying from day one has to be said again.
According to the report, police misconduct also spread to the demonstrations that followed Taylor's death, claiming Louisville officers used force against peaceful protesters without adequate justifications, attacked protesters who had already surrendered, and made mass arrests without probable cause. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg.
To those people who've been harmed, on behalf of our city government, I'm sorry. You deserved better. We can and will do better.
The DOJ investigation in Louisville is just one of 9 open investigations by the Department of Justice and by the Biden administration. Now, just to highlight a few, there is the investigation in Minneapolis post the death of George Floyd, but also now an investigation in Memphis, Tennessee, where Tyre Nichols died in police custody 2 months ago. Gail.
All right, Jeff Pegues, thank you. As we said, this is very troubling. I'd like to know what can and will do better now means.
It's bad business, man. That's horrible. We've been saying it ever since that happened, that was false on what they did to killing that girl. From the point of them going to her house looking for her ex-boyfriend. That's who they arrested. And you know, you saying that yeah, that's everybody in that case should go to jail, should be arrested. But it's just
Man, they
that's
try to make him say that she was a
drug dealer. Yeah. So they give you
kingpin.
probable cause to go to her house. Yeah, kingpin. That's right. And the girl worked in the what? Emergency care. She's working
Paramedic.
for EMC.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a paramedic. So how can you be a drug dealer and work as a paramedic, a drug kingpin? You understand what I'm saying? That don't make sense, you know. But everybody in that case should go to prison. Whoever signed on a no-knock search warrant should go to jail. Everybody that entered that home should go to jail. Yeah, that's right. They was already knocking on that girl mother's door to give her the paycheck because they know they messed up.
Yeah.
I think her mama got awarded what, $12 million, $14 million. Yeah, they know they wrong for that. How can you tell me this? How can you have? Oh yeah, he got back. Oh, he got $10 of that. I mean, he got $10 million of that $12 million. But how can you have a warrant for somebody that ain't never been arrested? You can't have a warrant if you never been arrested.
Oh, okay.
She never been to court. She can't be because you can't have a warrant for somebody that ain't never been arrested. They have to have a ticket or a citation. So if you never been arrested, what was she doing with a warrant? That's against legal documentation. Yeah. Yeah, but the bad thing about it is this girl works for the government.
Sad.
And your main thing was go looking for her. We was looking for her ex-boyfriend, and you picked him up down the street.
I know that.
Man, that's sad. That's sad.
He was in prison. He was in
right.
Jail. They knew that. So this is the thing when you get a no
Yes, right.
search warrant.
Tom, did you turn your volume down?
Swear to turn it down.
You sound very low, Tony.
Oh, I said turn it down. Turn yours up.
Turn it up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you back far. That's why you were so back far from it.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's just a matter of when you do a no-knock search warrant, somebody typically had to swear before the judge that the evidence is there, and the only way you're doing it, you're swearing to if it's done any other way, they could get rid of evidence and lose the person. There's a lot of things that had to be entered a no-knock search warrant.
That's right.
But since it's against blacks, it's casually done a lot of times, or against brown people, because most of us don't know that. They come with a badge and tell us, "I do what I want to do. You can't do what I do," and then slap you, beat you. You gotta get news media involved. What's sad as well, they didn't find. It took them 2 years to find out what we've been doing our whole life.
That's right.
That's how behind white people are with us on what's going on with us. It took them 2 years to investigate and say, wow, this is sad. Because a lot of things they did, what you're hearing is what they say, well, that's a little excessive, you know. But a lot of this makes sense to them because all of the agencies are doing it.
They've been doing it. That's right.
Not tolerated with police agencies. It's not something that it happens all the time.
All the
notice
time.
at the end what he said they also looking to investigate in Memphis, Tennessee, where the young quote unquote black man was killed. What you gonna mention out? You gonna let people know.
Right.
Oh, it ain't just white ones doing them.
Right. Black
ones, and they're right.
That's right. Why nobody ain't blaming Obama for legalizing homosexuality?
Right.
He made it money.
Business.
They nobody's pointing a finger because this wasn't an American thing to, you know, go around in the world until he legalized it. You know, like you said, most homosexuals and lesbians, if they was, whoever or one, they were more hidden than anything.
Exactly. They ain't broadcasted everywhere.
It wasn't broadcasted. They wasn't doing TV shows. They wasn't hosting nothing. They wasn't they wasn't even in movies like that unless they were, rated R movies or whatever you want to call it. But when he legalized this, now it's becoming the way of life.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's blaming that big head nigga for legalizing this. Nobody's and that's what I don't like about people. They people get passes from some folk. Like you were saying earlier, or you have anybody that go against it. Man, I done talked to people who I thought that was really morally corrected people. And when you talk about homosexuality, they get offended now.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, hold up, man. I've been knowing y'all for quite some time, and you say something about a lesbian, especially the women. You say something about a lesbian woman or homosexual. Well, if that's what they want to be, ain't nothing wrong with it. And I'm looking at it like, so you don't even have an ounce of understanding that this is, say this wrong. And these people you've been around literally half of your life. But they get mad at you for saying something about it that is wrong more than anything else.
Exactly.
And because I was talking to this older guy. He was an older man, and we was talking about Gabrielle Union, who I never liked her. The movie she played in, let me know what kind of woman she was. What was that movie she played in? With the four sisters, she had the three sisters. No. She had the four sisters, and LL Cool J was on there.
That she played as like a very strong woman.
Yeah, Deliver Us from Evil.
What was the
Deliver
name?
Us from Evil. Deliver Us from Evil. That's it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If you go look at that character of her, that's who she really is. I never liked her, but
who is this now?
Gabrielle Union.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never liked her as a woman. But if you go look at that movie and you watch her character, that's who she really is.
That's what it is, yeah.
As a woman, she's really that person. But I was talking to another driver about that, and he got mad because they seem to think that women, and I saw it when I was younger, before I got some understanding, but it's cool if women can have a sexual relationship as women, then it is wrong for a man. You see what I'm saying? It's okay for two women to be sexually involved, and it's okay with that, but it's wrong for two men to be sexually involved. So I asked the guy, say, hey, tell me this. What makes a difference between a man being a homosexual and a woman? Well, man, so you got two women, kissing, they fine. I say that don't make no difference. And it's still wrong. But it's a lot of people think that it's okay for two women to do what they do rather than two men.
That's very true.
To the homies, it's cool because they fine, they good looking. You understand what I'm saying? And when we was young, we thought that shit was cool, but I look at it like, nah, man, it's still wrong. Two women that sexually involved with each other is just as wrong as two men being sexually involved with each other.
Facts.
I agree.
But that's the mindset that they had us in as a people. But I just know a lot of guys, man, they don't even care. They don't even care. They're like, man, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. That's the world now. I'm like, that's the world now. I don't get it no more. People you thought had moral respect, they don't have none of that. It's just like they losing strength. I guess the older they get, the weaker they get. That's what they say. The older, the weaker.
Yeah, morals are completely gone. Morals are lost in this world.
It's bad, man. Right. And I see more younger, and it's so bad about it. I see the younger kids in like middle school are more involved in lesbian and homosexual. I see it running rapid because I go to my kids curricular activities, and I see it just freely. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, we couldn't have, you couldn't have dared come out back when I was coming up. I like that in school. It was like, goodness mercy. And it's just open and free. The damn teachers game.
Yeah.
When did you see a gay teacher when you was growing up in school? I ain't never seen that. I ain't never. Only place I seen a homosexual was at church. Yeah, I didn't see one
come
in
out
the
the res-
neighborhood. Yeah, they were freely at church more than anything. But that was the first time I ever heard of a homosexual. I didn't know what the hell it was. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what is a homosexual? That's a man that, but they call them back then, they call them sissies.
Yeah.
Sissies and but I didn't even know what a homosexual was because we didn't grow up around that stuff. You saw it at church. That was the first place I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's a homosexual. But in school, it's just shit. The kids, man, these are 13, 12-year-old children walking around holding hands and laying on each other's lap. And I'm like, oh my goodness, man.
You see that in the hallways everywhere.
Oh my goodness. They all
cheerleaders that are boys.
Oh man. Just the whole boy cheerleader. Yeah, I mean you used to see cheerleaders, it was just nothing but cheerleaders with the girls. Now the boy, they in the front. The girls in the back.
We're all backwards. We have footballs, females, males, cheerleaders.
Oh man.
It's just
look, and you know what? We had a girl that played football at another school we was playing against, and she was a punter. So our defensive coordinator they was kickers. Most of them was kickers. They didn't play no position, but they was out there. Man, my defensive coordinator said, look here, if that girl fake that ball and she run that ball, try to knock her damn ponytail out her head. He said because she shouldn't be out there.
Yeah.
So she want to play football like a man. You treat her like a man. She fake punt that ball and get that first down. You get her. You knock off her feet, hurt her. That's just what it was.
Right
now, they
they're hollering.
That's
what women hollering then. Oh, you're a punk. You're a sick.
Right.
What kind of man hit a woman? What kind of woman comes out on a man love and then holler, treat me like a woman? Then
treat me like a woman. There you go.
Can't have both ways.
Nah, man. He told us. Hold
the door for me.
Off her feet.
But still treat me like a woman.
Nah.
Everything they want, everything to you, then they come out.
Nah, you abusive. You what kind of womanizer? You, man. First of all, who told you to who told you to come out here? Your parents allowed you to come out here and play with us. So back then you had girls that played ball with us and stuff like that, and now I know they they what they are, but they got treated the way they got out there. You can play. Here you go. Come on. So that's I don't get this. I don't get this stuff. I really don't. I see them, but these people undercover faggots and gays. These folks lesbians. You can't fool me. You entertain what you like.
Or what you
you understand what I'm saying? And people, they are
people, your family. It might not be them, it could be a kid or somebody in their family.
Right. Yeah, they entertain what they like. I done seen people, that say they against certain things, and the next thing you see look up, they're around doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you was defending it. You had a little gay lover, your little gay friend, y'all together, two women. But man, it's just I like, that's why you was getting mad, because that's what you are. But I'd rather just come out and say this what you is. You ain't got to get mad at me because I don't like it. I don't like it because at the day that ain't where I was brought up. You know what I'm saying? I was brought up in a home with a man and a woman. That's the generation that's the order. That's the creation. So you can't contaminate my mind to make me think that 2 men and 2 women is the right way to go, and that's what conducts the family. No, it was never like that. But they'll argue with you up and down. And I just think anybody argue with, I think you borderline. That's what I say. I think that, but I told that old man, I told the other guy, I think he's gay. That's what I thought. That's what I just told him. He arguing with me, so he must be.
Oh,
that's what I said. I told him that. I'm watching you. Every time I see him, I look at him and watch him. I tell him, look here, man, you sitting arguing with me like that, I think you're a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, and that goes with women too. These women sit there, you know, like you say, the
Alright.
ones that entertain them homosexual men, they lesbian. They ain't there getting that carpet munched on. I know they are. I know they are. I know they are.
Shit,
They are.
out there doing the bear mouth dance.
Bear mouth dance.
Why
They
they
are.
gotta go? They gotta go out there and buy a piece of plastic and a car
Right.
battery to jump off.
Right.
Get that right, and some 30-weight motor oil to try
Bad
to get out. That's how
business,
sick
man.
women are.
Bad business.
Women
Yeah.
made for a penis of man, and they go
That's
buy
right.
a big giant. They go buy some plastic, a bunch of meltdown milk jugs, 30-ounce motor oil,
Right.
car battery, tractor trailer
That's
battery,
right.
just so they try to
That's
get
right.
pleasure.
That's
Because
right.
they can't. Why me? I'm finna tap. Why do you see my arm? Why me? I'm finna take my arm. I'm finna rip the skin away. Why?
Why?
Can't tell nothing. You saw me
Right.
snatch away from
Right.
it. I can.
Right. Right.
I can't even. Look at that. Still ain't
Can't even
moved or
rip it.
nothing.
Ain't nothing.
Man, tell
Ain't
what
touched.
mango
Ain't
sound.
bite.
That what hurt when you shoot
No
it down the
skin
left
off
low.
the nut.
Just stop it. Yeah, just stop it. Come on.
Right.
Oh, it's sensitive point. A woman know another woman's spot. That's scary. Why would you be doing that? Why
Right.
you had that? I don't talk with no man about no sensitive spot. I don't know no junk like that. What you had that conversation with me for?
That's
I
right.
can't.
That's right. That's right.
No bad business, man. That makes no sense whatsoever. Disgrace and a shame.
Women,
We in
I
bad
blame
shape.
you. The man embarrassed you. The white man came and did it to you again. He embarrassed you. He made a fool out of you. He went at that picture. You know what he's doing now? Turn the head, turn the head. Turn the head. He had that call again when he be jumping out of his seat. And I knew he was going to, he said, yeah, but he said, yeah, man, I'm serious right now. Turn the head. I don't know. Before he was forgetting to turn the mic off, he was going to turn the head. But now he learned how to cut the mic. He didn't know when the picture went off, we could still hear him in the background coughing.
Yeah.
But what did Walmart do?
Wayne Q, he for to cut y'all off.
Uh-huh. You just got a Walmart? You just getting out of Walmart? Good answer. Good answer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Hello.
Yo.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Walmart. Yeah,
I didn't know
this is tough.
Can
What Walmart
y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Oh, what was the question? Oh,
They
what was-
said
what
something
was
about
question?
the Walmart sell turtle heads.
No, we didn't say that. We talking about you that doing the turtle head. We know you had well, I know what you did. That joke was coughing up something. You still coughing, Joker?
Oh.
What you think, Resident Joe? He was coughing.
He still has some procedures. He's still a little sick.
Yeah, he still got. Yeah, they say with this COVID thing, some people get as much as a year of backlash from COVID,
That's
having like
crazy.
chest pain, coughs and stuff. I mean, I don't doubt it. I had it twice. I didn't have no backlash. My smell went one time, and after that, I've been good to keep going. I think a lot of it is
Me too.
it attacks other people, you know, depending on the immune system worse than some others. Like, believe it or not, some colds take people out. It's still another form of the cold. Flus. I think a lot of people they said died from the flu, probably died from COVID.
Yeah.
It was just misdiagnosed. All they kept saying, but remember years ago they said the flu out here bad. All these people,
That's true.
this is all
Right.
it's a flu virus that they took it
It was
into the
a-
lab,
Right.
and they reconstruct this thing, and they got out of control. This is the problem you got with man.
Right.
He is so stupid. Think about it though. When Mushah, when he worked all of his signs in Misraim, amazingly, the Misraim went to create the same facts right behind. All they do is they take something and then they learn how to fabricate it and recreate it. When they do it, it blows up in their face. Just like
Blows up in their
religion.
face,
That's why it's one of the biggest groups we have. Because they need to stay with the original. The original the best way. They try to recreate the black man, now they made a worse man. And these are things, you know, we got to talk to them, make changes. Hey, I hear our music playing, our time is getting ready to tick down and go. Either that rude nigga love doctor. And that's the last time he got some love.
Oh, yeah,
he
you
had,
already know.
he done had, turn the head.
Yeah, I know that. That's Ashley Larry. That's Ashley Larry.
Yeah, Ashley Larry. He do look like Ashley Larry. Now you saying, put a picture up of Ashley Larry. No, put a picture of Ashley Larry. Make sure let them see what he look like so they can tell. Yeah,
Let me find one real quick.
Ashley Larry.
I can see Ashley Larry. Ashley Larry gambling.
Man,
he brought all that ash off his hand before he throw the dice.
Ooh.
He went down there and came back home quick.
Well, what?
Ashley Larry.
Oh.
I be the judge. You want to show the Ashley. Tell that him. That's him all day, Ashley. Hey, we appreciate you, Ashley with your Ashley. We appreciate you. Again, thank y'all for letting us come in y'all home and enjoy and spend some of your time with you and talk with you. Always we hope we left some with your motivation thinking, got you working on how we going to recreate and fix, and so we can come up and be a better people. Hey, if anybody asks you mind, you tell them you always mind. Every Thursday night right here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Two Mice and My Mind. And nobody else told you they love you. Hey, we love you. Now let's just call it hard. Two, the love Dr. Resident Joe. Sherry Bossett, take us home.
Deion Sanders number one. Just remember that. If I ain't saying nothing all night.
All right, let's do this. He won the first game. He won the preseason game. Did he win that game?
He won a spring training game. Now, game until the season starts. Nah, it was spring training. They played each other.
Oh.
They practiced against each other. That's a game he won.
Oh, he won. Oh, so that's good. Beat yourself. I got you. That's just like masturbate. Beat yourself, man.
Oh my God.
Hey, also, the Sporting 48, if you ain't that's masturbate. You say beat yourself, right? That's all that masturbate. But Confederate 48, if you out there, brother, keep your head up. We definitely still pull out for you. I know it's a lot you're going through, but and now all of y'all out there listening, our other people in the comment section, we always appreciate y'all too. We need you guys. They always tell you hit the like button, hit the Cash App, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get this information all over the world. Also, we got to come up with a one hit a quote. I ain't even thinking of that yet. We gonna get you. You up here, so we're gonna have to get you. You're gonna be our first one. You got to come up with your own quote.
First quote.
That you
Start off with E. Go ahead, nephew.
What you got?
Joel.
Had a little sharp, boy.
I'm always first.
If you can, be a man.
All right.
That.
All right.
Bam.
All right. Who next?
That'll be good information. Resident Joe.
All right, Resident Joe.
Okay, don't live in the past, don't live in the future, live in the present because you can't change anything but what you're doing in the today.
Man, why you
great job. That's a great job.
I did tell you today, and it worked.
You gotta put a check up there yesterday. You put a check up there yesterday.
That girl, Georgia.
I had to
you had a Georgia. You get that one.
Wait,
yeah,
you know what?
You gotta put one in tomorrow.
No, but wait.
Just stop.
Look, I can hear you.
Why is she trying to talk herself out that check?
Man, that girl don't went on the Georgia.
She said, don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Live right present.
Look, okay, so look, thinking about the future gives you anxiety. Thinking about the past gives you depression. So live in
hey, listen.
Okay.
It's all good.
And then let's do that. I want you to get in the future tomorrow. I want you to put that check up on that board.
Wow.
So you get out the present tomorrow in the future. I want you to.
Take a meter.
I tried. You should not put me second.
Hey, you feel?
Oh, boy, that was funny.
All righty. Who we got next? Who up next?
What you got, Boston? Boston, what you got?
Be all that you can be in the army.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you say?
Listen, when she put her check up there, I want you to march right up there behind her. And make sure you put your check up there to go with her check. That makes sense. So when you get through in the army, being all you can be, make sure you beat that tomorrow night and put that check.
Man.
He said the army be all you can be. What you think about her? So what you got, little doctor?
Always be yourself and you will never be second best. Damn.
That's a check right there, Tony. Because
Man, that's so
not original.
He came up with nothing. What do you think you said?
Drop the mic.
That boy,
Drop the mic.
You got
Drop
one.
the mic on.
You can't up on that board. What you talking about?
Oh, what you finna say better be good. Oh, what you finna say better be good. Hold on. All attention. Hold on. Everybody be quiet.
Listen, I went on y'all. Listen. Drugs aren't bad if you get out. Think about it.
Hey, right here.
No, listen. What you want to do? You want to be drugged out.
Man.
What
I want you to do, when they blow that shofar, I want you to turn right around.
Yep,
Grab that
exactly.
ball.
Hold on, yeah, and be all I can be in the army.
That's right.
And be myself, so I'd never be second best. What is this man talking about?
I'll be right there with you. We'll hold hands and we'll put our.
We're gonna have a line.
We can't listen.
Man,
we can't do that.
You're not big enough.
Listen. What about my fans? This might scar somebody if they see me put a check up there. What are y'all doing in my career?
Listen, man.
Think about it. Drugs aren't bad if you get out.
Hey, one of my favorites.
Listen, drugs aren't bad if you get out. Think about it. If you pass out, you're in a place. They got to drag you out. So
I try to explain mine too.
Yeah, it's okay.
Listen, I heard yours. In the past, in the future, back around again. Yeah, where I'm at.
But I understand yours.
You know my best soda. You know my favorite soda was in Florida.
Well, what was
it? From Winn-Dixie.
That chick. Oh, good.
That Mike Martin cola.
Them check sodas.
They doing the check soda. Damn. Listen, we gonna get. You know what? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get Love Dollar and Resident. I'm gonna get y'all a case of them. A case of the check sodas.
I am not even going against you, Tony. I am.
Look at Tula trying to think of hers now.
You ready, Tula? Tula.
Yeah, we gonna tell.
My original is radiate so others can gravitate.
Why is you reading?
Exactly.
Oh, that's original.
I wrote it down so I won't forget. Radiate so others can
Stuck on
gravitate.
green.
Huh?
Radiate so people can gravitate.
So others can gravitate.
You know, radiation kill people.
Okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with this one then. Everyone wants to be honest.
Say it again.
Everybody wants the truth, but nobody wants to be honest.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's good.
Tell the truth.
That's an onomatopoeia. That's an oxymoron.
I gotta make sure y'all go to that. Onomatopoeia is a noise. Why would you call her a noise?
Because that annoys me.
That's 2 tracks right there.
I don't give a dang, blood.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Tony like that one. That's original.
Laughing at you now with you. Laughing at you now. Okay? No, sir.
We laughing at you.
All right.
Also, the Wano parents coming up this weekend. How y'all doing?
Uh-oh.
Yes, he's been a bad boy. Y'all heard them jokes. Oh, they're terrible.
Whatever.
We appreciate all y'all again, nephew. We appreciate all of y'all. And
Yeah, no problem.
Everybody,
Tell it to me and say bye-bye.
Hi, Mimi.
And we appreciate all y'all. Definitely.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all next
We'll
week.
have
Y'all be back
y'all.
on time. Next Thursday.
Yeah.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Julie on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. 2 mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. 2 mics and
and the mind. 2 nights and the mind. 2 nights and the mind. 2 nights and the mind.
All right, you do something better, I'll do something better, and we will be better together. Until next week.
And stay away from them crack counters too.
I'll be all
This week,
so much.
well, we